I recognize this sound from anywhere. Yes! Let's see if I can upgrade Blink then. Yes. Rapid forward movement for a longer distance. Time is frozen while you aim, even if you aren't moving. Well, not even. I mean, that was always the case. Oh, and there was another note from a lawyer. A, when are you going to get a secretary? I can never find any of the documents filed by J and S. Doesn't seem to file anything. This place is turning into a vortex of disorganization so big you could ride a whale into it. Well, that's quite an insult. Note from Captain Blossom. Kitchen. The tomatoes in yesterday's dinner were overcooked. You know how much I hate overcooked tomatoes. I like them crisp without that mushy consistency. Now I clear? Please don't ruin my dinner again. You know you can critique your dish without sounding like a jerk, right? He sounded so... It came across as so pretentious. I hate that. Drop sack. I can drop it now. And what was I going to do with Timch? I was gonna just choke him, I guess. Didn't I already take you out? I remember there was the whole sleep dart and everything. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh, oh no, I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry, but I didn't know. What's this? Dumbwaiter directions. Place the items you wish to deliver on the tray. Use the dial to select the floor. As the low offices smoke, hold the lever, and the platform will go up. When it reaches that floor, a bell will sound to notify the staff on the floor. Once the load has been removed from the platform, the machine will automatically lower it back down. If you activate the dumbwaiter without selecting the floor, it will default to 1. Please do not ride the dumbwaiter. Please suck my dick.
That's strange.
Last will and testament.
Timch doesn't name himself the beneficiary in the will. He's giving the inheritance to Dunwall.
Why? Is it because he's a simp? Draw a random tarot card? Okay. Okay, target neutralized. But I can't see it? I can't see the scene where he's getting arrested? Come on, man. That's not fair. I wanted to actually see this guy get his just desserts. Come on. Oh, I didn't even read this. To-do list. Loot that one place. Get even with Craxton. That key we nicked from the watch can get us inside the legal district. We'll get some nice pawnables from the lawyer types later tonight. I put the key upstairs for now. Brush my teeth this week. What do you mean, this week? Do you not brush your teeth every day? Because that's disgusting. I mean, I didn't brush my teeth last night, or the night before that, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't.
The barrister's enemies caught up to him. He's in custody as a plague victim. Here's the will as agreed.
That'll do nicely. Perhaps better. But you were promised information. Well, My uncle came under Delilah's spell. He was obsessed with her. Everyone knew she'd been a servant at the tower before she studied under Sokolov. She was a painter, an artist. Beneath my family's class, for certain. My uncle became infatuated. But he looked older and made us keep candles lit all night. He was afraid of the dark. One night we all went to Waverly Boyle's for a seance.
What?
It was an amusement. We didn't know what we were doing. I thought only the dead appeared at seances. But suddenly Delilah was in the room with us. My uncle nearly died of terror. She was there, but not there. We saw her as if she was very far away, standing in the old Brigmore Manor, painting at an easel, painting a name. It was your name, Dowd. That's all I know. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I just got a trophy, missing pieces. Is that good?
I'll be leaving soon.
Yeah? Where are you gonna go? Bristol?
Goodbye, Dowd.
Alright, bye. I hope you do well in life.
Timsh is ruined. He'll rot in Coldridge prison if they don't send him to the flooded district. It's poetic, I suppose. Maybe I was wrong about you, Dowd. Are you ready to go?
What do you mean you were wrong about me? Yeah, right, let's go.
Let's go home.
Home? I kill someone? Who? Dowd's hideout.
Jessamine Caldwell's hands were all that was holding this city together. With her dead, the city was a fast disintegrating web of guardsmen, overseers, nobles, weepers. Maybe this was the world the outsider was trying to show me all along. For years, I'd held together a shadowy band of ex-mercenaries, street kids, and refugees through discipline and a bit of black magic. On the fringes of a city that ate up innocence and weakness. Maybe today was the end of that small world. I thought of Jessamine Caldwell's hands shuddering as she lost her grip on life. Whatever doom was coming, I deserved it. My people didn't.
Dowd, we've been attacked. Overseers are tearing the place apart. Looking for you. They're holding our remaining men, and their leader is in your chambers as we speak. If we take him out and free our men, we can still drive the Overseers back.
I want to know how the bastards found us in the first place.
Meeting Dowd. Excerpt from the journal. I'm guessing this is Billy's journal. Another stinking mouth, that's what my mother said. A mouth that need feeding for years on, then would sass her every time it opened. First words I can remember her saying that, when she drunk for so long that her eyes stopped working for good. Drunk on ocean, it seemed to me. I left the patched-up shack we called home. But before heading out, I reminded her of all the times she put her hands on me or thrown something at me. The night she'd rushed me like an ox and sent me down the back stair. All the times she told me I was just another stinking mouth. Last thing I heard was her cursing me from her bed, cursing the blind dark. Running with my pals, we had to stay sharp to make enough coin from keep from starving. Running with my pals, we had to stay sharp to make enough coin to keep from starving. Same story, all across the aisles. Not the biggest kids, but sometimes the smartest and the meanest when we needed to be. The only way to stay off the back alley mattresses. Not desperate enough to go out into the drained flats with the mudlarks, so it was the knife for us. Trying to catch the eye of the Hatters, the boys from Bottle Street, so they take us on. But when a dandy from Serkonos stepped down from his polished coach and cracked my dear Deidre's pretty head and left her twitching and dying in the muck, I snapped off one of the wooden gazelles on the top of the coach and drove the splintered end into his eye. As deep as it would go. Last I saw of Deidre, she was still, eyes wide to the gray sky. But now I like to remember her with a smile, laughing from the void at the one-eyed dandy with the gazelle coming out of his head. No one would take me after that. The City Watch made a full sweep once a week for months, trying to catch me. Even the Grand Guard came from Karnaca down to Serkonos. It seems the dandy's daddy was the Duke. I was too much trouble for my friends from the old neighborhood. Anyone who saw me tried to drive me away, threw rocks to get me to leave, or tried to get a bag over my head, hungry for the reward. Even the gangs cursed me on sight. Billy's bad luck, they'd say. Hexed. She'd make it bad for all of us. You may think you know what loneliness is, but I can tell you, you don't. By late in the month of harvest, I had a hate inside me that would have choked most. Then I met Dowd. It was early in the dark morning, the only time I could go out, walking the streets of the legal district. I saw them up ahead. 3 who looked like boys from the City Watch, but dressed out of uniform. They were out for blood and coin, running some kind of murder racket, waiting on a drunk barrister to stagger out of a bar at just the right time. I didn't see him at first, but in the flicker of an eyelid, he was on them. Out of the cold night air, he used a single blade, nothing else, and it only touched each of them once. At the left side of the throat, their blood splattered and steamed on the cobbles. Quick movements, an occasional grunt, dark hair, and the glimpse of a long scar down his face. When it was over, he made for the rooftops. I'd never seen the like of it, so I followed. I could have stayed and looted the poor bastards he'd left bleeding. Could have eaten for a month, most likely. But this seemed bigger, so I tried to stay up with him, tried to stay hidden, without losing sight of him. All across Dunwall, into the wrecked and ruined parts, he crossed into what I could tell was his territory. Hidden sentries and odd masks. I thought I'd seen everything in the city, all the gangs, but this was something else. Clinging to the roof tiles and watching from the chimneys, I watched. Then followed him into an old building. Inside was all gloom. Rotted carpets and desks full of rat-eaten papers. Paintings ruined by the wet. There were weapons and practice dummies. Men lived here in secret, training with knives and crossbows. I lost track of him and continued to explore, but I was a fool. He'd known I was following and came from behind. When I saw him, I froze, waiting for him to speak.
You followed me into this place, and now you're not begging or running for your life.
There's nowhere to run, I said, and I'm not very attached to telling the truth. To tell the truth. He came close and looked at me right in the eyes, trying to see light inside that would tell him a story.
You're already dead inside, but I'll give you something to live for. You'll fight for me and kill people like the ones who've hurt you.
I just nodded, feeling relief for the first time in months. I wonder how Dowd feels about reading that. Maybe nothing.
Brother Hubert took the initiative. You mean he saw a chance of personal glory and acted prematurely? Careful. yourself down. You worry too much.
Believe what? Did you not see your friend over here lying on the ground? Well, of course I'm carrying my own key. In the main campaign, I didn't unlock this when I played as Corvo, even after getting Dowd's key.
That might be worth checking out.
What the fuck? I shot the Overseer with a sleep dart. Why isn't he going to sleep? You can't just ignore the rules of the game.
When I find you, it's going to be bad. Got you! I know you're here somewhere.
Shit. Okay, he's down.
Check under everything. I know you're got you now.
What?
Start to me.
Are you freaking kidding me? How? How?
Find the outside. Got you now.
Fuck you.
No wonder they keep to the shadows. They're nothing in a stand-up. That might be worth checking out.
There. I didn't get the guy that I wanted, but one of them's down.
Reveal yourself.
How you like them apples? Good. I'm saving after that. I know. The game said that they were going to be more perceptive because I'm playing on elite mode. I get it.
Cut the rope. My hands are tied. I'll survive. I'll await your signal.
Heretical artifacts. Please log this superstitious artifact. It was found on one of Dowd's men in a training area within the Commerce Building. There should be a crate in the temporary headquarters for items of this nature. Deposit it there after you create a log entry for it. Overseer Marcus. You guys suck at your job. Wait, is this even your job? What do you guys do for money?
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse? Indeed, I believe so.
If I could just say, the men aren't happy. The prisoners are secured, but the interrogations have been unsettling. The ones that talk.
Oh, I see. That's Overseer, I'm just gonna call him that.
Who won't. And there's
If that's not how it's pronounced, I don't care.
We wait. Dowd will show. Remind the men that they're overseers of the Abbey. That Dowd is an aging mercenary who has deluded his followers for years. Yes, sir. I just
Shut
hate
your
the stink of
face!
this place. But you are right, of course. Inform the men we'll wait for Dowd to show, and call for a messenger. I have to get this letter of our victory to the office of the High Overseer.
Yes, sir. And congratulations on your victory.
I'm going to enjoy myself. Overseer Pike. I have taken the Commerce Building. A temporary headquarters has been set up in a nearby structure. My men are dealing with a number of captives that should prove to be very informative. We have achieved a total victory here, catching the enemy by surprise. The plans for a larger coordinated assault were obviously unnecessary. I'm confident that Dowd will show himself and will be in our custody shortly. Overseer Leonard Hume. Good night!
Stand clear!
You just get behind this guy. Oh, okay. That works. Dowd's journal. Billy. Excerpt from Dowd's personal journal.
Billy Lurk watches me closely, studying my decisions. Each move I make, that's nothing new. Even as a kid, there was a quiet curiosity there. Though curiosity is not quite the right word. But lately it seems more intense. I feel the hairs on my neck standing, only realizing a moment later that Lurk is on a roof or balcony nearby. Some mornings, some of my papers seem to be moved, maybe poured over. When we're alone and Billy's comfortable with the mask off, questions come from odd angles, unrelated to our mission or to a specific target. Questions about what I'm thinking, about my attitude towards the target. It's odd, something to watch, another puzzle. Every one of my whalers is good though my gifts seem stronger in some than others. The outsider's market is a mystery in this way, not something I can control. Those who remain with me either gain in the use of my extraordinary abilities or they don't. Those who don't, I just push towards the blade, the crossbow, or the studying of poisons. Everyone among them serves in some way, and together we've spilled the same blood. Lurk is a quicker study than most, but stays aloof from the others. It's no matter to me, as long as orders get carried out.
That is gonna do something to my throat. I'm gonna stop. Delilah Copperspoon. Who is she and why is everyone afraid of her? Strange that a painter should have so much influence, or that she should have any connection to my life and what I've done. My fate is my own, always has been. The problem is I don't know enough. There are pieces missing. I can't imagine how or why Delilah is linked to the death of the Empress, but the outsider wouldn't bother saying it unless it contains some grain of truth. Now it's driving me mad, like a puzzle I can't get out of my head. A riddle in pigment and blood. No doubt that black-eyed bastard takes delight in watching me twist into knots. He knows I can't abide a mystery. Billy has little insight to offer. None of the usual vitriol when I bring up the name Delilah. Just a shrug. Just tell me how you want me to handle this. It's odd behavior from Lurk. If I find this Delilah and cut her throat, maybe I can dodge what's coming. The consequences the outsider spoke of, or maybe ending her life, will bring the city down on my head. When I face her, will I see the eyes of the Empress? Can I go through with it? Even if it's the only way to save my own skin. Somehow I suspect there's more to Delilah than portraits and sculptures. I'll find out more when I talk to the Timsh family. Let's see. I got 2 sleep darts left. It's perfect. I'm gonna use bend time and just shoot those 2.
Last time.
wait for this guy right here to go back down.
You're only moments from death.
That's what you think. I'm not that heartless. Of course I'll save my men. Unlike you, who don't give a rat's ass about your other men.
I know you're here.
Shut up.
Rouse yourself. Wake up!
Check under everything.
We know you're here. Where are you?
Not where you can see me.
Everything seems in order.
Oh, I'll find you.
Will you? Or will you fall to the ground,
I know you're here
waking up not
somewhere,
knowing where you
scum.
are? Gotcha.
Okay. I'll watch for your sign.
Now it's just you next. Good night. Okay, I'm gonna turn my dark vision on real quick. Where is this guy looking? Shh, stop! Gotcha!
You're here somewhere, scum.
Present yourself. Don't make me fun.
Okay, I got him.
I'll survive. I'll await your signal.
I'm sure he'll.
Rouse yourself. Wake up! Where are you? When I find you, it's going to be bad. Hey, wake up! Hear me? I know you're here.
Yeah, I am here. Get over here. Thank you.
Okay. I'll watch for your sign.
Oh, good. Sleep darts. Abandoned journal. I've managed to make a space for myself here. Thankfully, Rudshore is all but completely abandoned. Up in this room, I'm protected from the occasional scavenger and the flooding during heavy rain. I'd like to return to my office in the Commerce Building to see if I can find some of my old books. But I've yet to build up the courage. Eventually, I'll run out of canned meats and then I'll have no choice. No need for courage when desperation kicks in. I guess that makes sense. I've been desperate before. Not particularly brave.
Probably rats. Look sharp.
Whew, that was close. Tin of brined hagfish. I've always looked at those things and thought it was just bread. You seem to be carrying a heavy music box, my friend. let me relieve you of such weight. Yes, indeed. Very interesting, you guys.
Take the word, sir. What's our next move?
Capture the remaining overseers.
Capture as many as you can. Their plans are ruined.
Oh, are you guys all done? That was quick.
Give me a report.
We'll take the overseer who led the attack and find out what else he knows. As soon as he's conscious. It seems the overseers are marching into the flooded district, planning a massive assault against us. This overseer Hume went against orders and attacked early. Our men, the ones you freed, were able to rout the remaining zealots. This place belongs to us again.
Nice.
How did the cursed overseers find us?
It's my fault. I told Delilah where we were hidden. She wanted me to turn on you,
You did this.
but I can't go through with it.
Stupid child.
Oh, hi.
All you had to do was cut his throat.
He deserves better. I was an idiot to listen to you.
So that's your choice then, Dowd. Her betrayal would have been the sweetest. But either way, the Brigmore witches will be your end. You should have forgotten my name the day you heard it.
I think it was always understood between us that I'd see my moment and take your place. I moved too early. You weren't weak, like I thought. I'm only sorry I didn't pick a better ally. Delilah made contact with the overseers. I thought, between the three of us, we'd have you dead to rights.
We can blame the zealots for that. Overseer Hume was too quick to move.
My life is yours now. Kill me, or let me live. If it even matters to you.
Touching and pathetic. If I see either of you again, I'll tear out your stone-cold hearts and walk in your skin.
I'll spare you.
I forgive you. Get out of here. Leave the city. Leave my sight, Billy. I give you your life.
When Billy Lurk was 8, she wanted to be the captain of a ship. From the moment she met you, all she wanted was to be a killer. She watched you, learned from you, and then she saw you losing your grip and decided to take your place. And now, she's limping to the outskirts of the city. She'll pay a smuggler to get past quarantine. She'll watch herself for signs of plague for a while. Gradually, the fear and grief that seep into your bones in Dunwall will dissipate, and she'll find a new name and a new use for her skills. Even if Dunwall burns to the ground, one corner of the Empire will still know your story. Dowd, killer of an empress. Dowd, who spared his betrayer's life.
Trophy earned, redemptive path. I was detected again. But again, I didn't kill anybody. Because that's the whole point. And that was it! Only 3 missions. I guess as far as DLCs go, that's to be expected. It's a bit shorter than the main campaign. That was good. I liked that. It's nice to see like a side story that takes place during the main events from a different perspective, whether it be the main antagonist, villain, or some side character. Still had to deal with enemies being a little bit too perceptive for my stupid ass. But that's what I get for playing on Elite Mode. But since I finished Elite Mode, now I can play on the Veteran Mode, I think is what it was called. Or Master Assassin, that was it. I'll play that on my own time, see if I like it or not. Probably just make me more angry because I keep getting caught left and right. But now that I think about it, it probably does make sense to spare people as Dowd. Because after killing Jessamine, it says that he starts to slip. He starts to feel these weird feelings. And so then, yeah, he goes soft and starts sparing people as his story comes to an end. We saw at the very end there of this story, Corvo coming into his chambers, taking care of him. And so now I'm guessing that Brigmore Witches takes place after that. I'd love to see his story continue, just for a little bit longer. After I play Dishonored 2, we will also play Death to the Outsider, which stars Billy Lurk. I tried my best to emulate Michael Madsen as much as possible when I was talking as Dowd, but that really does a number on my throat. So, I'm just not going to do that anymore. I do wonder what it would have been like had I killed people in this campaign. Would Billy think that I was indeed weak still? Or would my continued assassin MO make her think that I'm just as strong as ever? It's hard to tell. Unless I go ahead and actually assassinate my targets next time. I guess that would make an interesting little video, seeing all the differences between a non-lethal run and a lethal run, both in Corvo's story and Dowd's. All the different reactions you get from other characters and the things that they write down. Then again, somebody probably has already made that. But it hasn't been made from my perspective. I haven't done it yet. Would your perspective be any different? Well, it would be dumber. Okay, we're done. I just went ahead and pressed X. I didn't want to wait for the entire credits. Thank God the DLC was included. I could just play it for free. I think this definitive edition only costs like $9. So that was quite a steal. Thank you. And this is our next thing. See you then.